Order winners regress to be order qualifiers. Now, you already know this, yet you probably hadn't thought about it in the same context of a tool that you can teach the people that you work with. I'd like you to picture for a moment that you have put in place a brand new retail store. And the day you put that in the store, you felt that you rebuilt it, you felt amazing. This is the new place. And I want you to fast forward 3 years later. The place might look darker and dingier or not keep up with the competition. That is an example of order winners becoming order qualifiers. Now, what that means is, in terms of definition, is that something that was an order winner just years ago, maybe a patent that you had on a pharmaceutical drug that you had secured, falls away. You don't have that patent anymore. Or imagine starting a company today and not even thinking about building an app in 2014. That's not as common. If you were to go back 5 years ago or 6 years ago, you wouldn't even thought of apps. Today, that becomes more of a common order qualifier in many conditions that you're in, for example, or situations you may be in, for example, banking or some educational or an airline. You would have these type of conditions. So I'd like to give you an example. Thomas Mathis, who ran a Kimpton Hotel in New York City called the Muse, a fabulous hotel, was a 3-star, it took it over when it was a 3-star hotel. And I remember them going through the renovation process. And Thomas decided that in order to be able to stay competitive, they had to move from 3-star to 4 or 5. And what he did is he redesigned the whole hotel. He put millions of dollars into the lobby, millions of dollars into the room, really upgraded all of the services and design of the whole facility. And as he was going through it, we often would do walks around it to see what was going on and what had been changed and what had been improved. And it was a marketable improvement. Now, along comes the 2000, this was in 2008, 2009 when the crash hit. Throughout the region, right around Times Square in New York City, all the hotels were hit hard, sometimes down to 45–50% occupancy rate. Luckily, Thomas's decision to upgrade, now this doesn't always work, so I'm not going to say this is the formula, positioned his new facility to be one where he had order winners. And during the recession time, they had almost complete occupancy many times, where the surrounding hotels did not. Steve Rubin, who was the revenue manager at the time, was able to maintain a much higher percentage, and compared to somewhere in the neighborhood 18% and others to about 26 to 28% margin, where others could not do that. So whenever you're looking at your organization, be conscious, just be conscious that what you have today, tomorrow will regress to an order qualifier.